गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम हरि ओम। फर्स्ट वर्ड्स। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। We will read from 163rd verse, page 188. Please repeat. विज्ञानमयमुख्येषु कोशेष्वन्यत्र चैव हि अन्तस्तिष्ठन्यमयति तेनान्तर्यामितां व्रजेत्। बुद्धौ तिष्ठन्नान्तरोऽस्याः धियानीक्षश्च धीवपुः। धियमन्तर्यमयति इत्येवं वेदेन घोषितम् इत्येवं वेदेन घोषितम्. So we were seeing the topic of Ishwar, which started from 104th verse and it will go to 209 verse. In the topic of Ishwar, first aspect was that Ishwar is essential form, influential form and empirical form. So when you saw the essential form of Ishwar, that essential form or that Nirgun Nirakar Roop or that substantial form, I will also call it non-referential Ishwar. That Ishwar which is not defined by reference to anything. Unconditioned, non-referential Ishwar. That does not need anything else to define, which is of the nature of original consciousness, and this is the Ishwar which is mentioned as Para Prakriti in 7th chapter, Kshetrajna in 13th chapter, and Purushottam in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So this alone cannot make the world. It needs a Maya. This cannot make the world alone because it is non-modifying. And it is to make something you should have modification. To make something you should have doership, and doership is the modifying thing. And therefore, if anybody says, any school of philosophy or any religion says that God made the world, so Vedanta has a counter question that if God made the world, He must be a doer. Doer is always out of ignorance. Understand this point. When you are a doer, why you become a doer of something? Because you are non-satisfied, then only you become a doer. So if essentially something is a doer and not the non-modifying Ishwar, then Ishwar will be ignorant. Doer is a state which a person lives and takes. So doer cannot be the essential nature of Ishwar or even the Jiva. So, if somebody says, no, Ishwar is only the doer, he is only the maker of the world, he sustains. So all the time he is doing, then when there is no Srishti, what will Ishwar do? That means Ishwar will not do anything. And not do anything is also an action. So, moment you make Ishwar doer, as the Nyaya philosophy says, whole Ishwaratva of Ishwar will have to fall down and tumble down. And therefore, Vedanta says when Ishwar is of the nature of consciousness, it cannot be the doer. Therefore, you have to bring the component of Maya. It is appearing by something else. Supposing you take a pencil and put in the beaker full of water, and you see the pencil is tilted. You see pencil is tilted. And again you take out the pencil of the beaker, you see no, pencil is straight, it is not tilted. Or supposing you move the water in the beaker and you see the pencil is also slightly moving. So you will say that pencil is appearing tilted or moving because of some medium. Essentially, it is not moving. Similarly, in Havan, you must have seen the smoke goes, and the other person on the opposite side of that will appear also moving with the conditioning of the smoke. So, when something is not possible but it is appearing, there you have to bring the factor called Maya. And Maya will always be dependent on consciousness for its existence. And therefore, this Maya is the one which, along with the consciousness, both will create the world. Both are the creators of the world or manifestors of the world. This you had seen, many classes we have seen, and we had seen that Ishwar has, this was RM, Maya was cosmic reflecting medium. Now there should be reflected consciousness in the Maya, which is called the Ishwar, and to whom Bhagavan uses the word, I am the one who created the world. Chatur Varnam Maya Srishtam. Bhagavan will say various places, I am the one who created the world. I am the one who created forecast. I am the one who am the Kal. Kalosmi Lokakshay Krit Pravritta. So Bhagavan is talking himself as a reflected consciousness. Like we also say, we use three expressions for ourselves. I am walking, I am talking, I am thinking. You are talking from the view of the body and the mind. But sometimes you say, I must have done some bad action in the past to get this result. Now you are talking as a jiva. Or I must have done some good actions. You are talking as a jiva. Sometimes you say, no, I am the one who has no relation with anything. Then you are talking as a consciousness. So, we are on the portion of RC or reflected consciousness. In that reflected consciousness portion, there were 4 words: omniscient, omnipotent, and Sarvantaryami, and then Jagadhyoni. You have given the notes, but I have not yet seen. So if you don't write notes, you will likely to forget everything. And down the line when you will see, you will not see anything for the reference. It's your loss. So here we were seeing on the topic of Antaryami. And this topic we already started. This is in 163 if you see. 163 to 181. There are 19 verses. 163 to 181 is the topic of Antaryami. Antaryami is a very important portion, especially for your sadhana. I had mentioned yesterday also. We infer Antaryami through 4 areas. One area, if you remember, I had mentioned it was Karmphal. Because our sorrows and joys are given by certain person or certain object. Any Panch Mahabhut will be used to give us sorrow and joy. It can be person, it can be society, it can be money, it can be anything else. Understood? Second thing about I had mentioned that in this world everything is held. So holding also is an action. Like the dharma of sun, sunness of the sun is held. Sunness of the sun. Sunness is abstract noun. Like the mangoness of the mango tree. That from mango tree you will only get mango. You cannot get any other fruit from mango. From human being, only human being will be born. Water will flow down. Fire's nature is of heat. Air's nature is to have that, sparsh is there. So, because everything's nature is fixed. So, this dharma, which is the holder of dharma of anything, this is also an action, and this is where Antaryami holds it. And it is his choice, he can remove it if he wants. Earth's speed of revolution, Earth's speed of rotation, it is held. So law is one thing, but law holding is totally another thing. If in any country the laws are very prominently followed, that means there must be strict government or a dictator who is holding the law. Otherwise, laws will all be unfollowed. Understood, no? So don't take it for granted that anything is just because of this. Because holding is an action, therefore there should be actor behind that action. So Antaryami is one area is karmphal, other area is holding, and third area is whatever activity or pravritti is going on in this world. So Atmani Kriya Bhavat, acted cannot be actor. Acted cannot be actor, you had heard this. Acted upon. Yesterday I gave the example of the fingertip, if you remember. So the world which is acted upon cannot be actor. And everything here is in a big action or big motions are going on. Our body has lot of activity going on. You are sitting here quietly. I hope so. But digestion is going on, circulation is going on, hairs are growing, breathing is going on, heart is pumping, kidney is functioning, stomach is digesting the breakfast. So, what was the breakfast today? Dalia. So that is digesting. It will take time to digest. We are sitting here doesn't mean the stomach is quiet. There is activity going on inside the stomach. Only really? Yeah, really. I don't have to do anything, nothing. You do. Bhagwan has not trusted you on big work. So if he thought, if I have to do something, then my digestion will be fasting. Bhagwan said, no, I don't digest, because 12 o'clock you have to have lunch. So if you have to digest before that. So the child grows. Body also is overall decaying. Most of you are in Viparinamate stage. Apakshiyate, sorry. Except you. You are still Vardhate. But most of you are crossed 40, 50. So, you also have crossed 40? So, you are above 50, both of you. So, you are already in apakshiyate state. It is a decay now. But decay is also in action. And some are 60 plus here. And 2 people are 70 plus. You have not touched 70, no, Prithviraj? Huh? 70 already, not 71. अब 70 plus बना, चलो 70, चलो 3 कर लेते हैं, ऐसा क्या? तो Stanley is yet 64, 65. So, my point is, so you are in a, don't disclose my age. So, you are already in apakshiyate stage. You are not in viparinamate also. You are now in a decay. Only thing, decay is slow and decay is fast. But this is also an action which is done in the body. And this is antaryami is busy making your muscles loose, ears grey, the stomach weak, kidney weak. Now it has to weaken it. Same antaryami. Same antaryami is trying to see that you should now not be that agile and that healthy as you were. There should be some new issues. So, antaryami is not good. Acha, when it was all doing all the good work, then it was very good. So that is your fruit of action. You have to go through that. This is 3 areas. 4th area, I hope you are understanding. And this is through everything. This is activity at the body level, solar system level, rotation, revolution level, sun level, plant level, animal level. All are lot of activities going on where nobody is directly seen how many person is doing it. Sun is not being made hot by any person. Earth is not seen that somebody is rotating it. All the planet system are not seen that somebody is revolving and rotating that. The womb in the mother, the child, baby grows. Nobody is seen that somebody is making the baby grow. Nobody is seeing that he is making him old or he has made himself taller. So on certain things you don't see anybody doing it. So all of activities that is going on, that means there should be one doer which is not done. And therefore, behind this beautiful nature, what you see, behind every leaf is an antaryami. Otherwise, leaf cannot grow from simple bud to becoming a leaf. Bud cannot become a flower. And flower cannot wilt. Even opposite action is also antaryami. Because that is also an action. There is a law that the flower will wilt. We will grow older. The body will leave. Jeev will be taken to another body. This is also a very big action actually. Because Jeev is taken to a new body. Jeev is taken to a new body. Or Jeev is given a certain kind of, some action is going on. In the whole cosmos, it's very vibrant and very super dynamic actions are going on. Sun is there, ocean is heaving, waves are moving, Ganges are moving, evaporation is going on, seasons are changing, wind is blowing, hundreds and thousands of places. If you see fire is also glowing like that, a flame. So, whole world is in extreme dynamic flux. Please note, that is upper crust, but behind that is the antaryami. Just, I will take incidental diversion, 4th point, which as a seeker will always help you if you want to become a good seeker. Why should I become good seeker? Good seeker means that you have become more, you are a seeker, you are a discoverer of the inner quietness actually. When you are not a good seeker, that means your inner quietness won't be there. You discover more depth, quietness, more vastness in your personality. So depth, vastness, quietness, knowledge, love, more you discover, that discoverer is called a seeker. So, what did you say? I got disturbed. Vastness, quietness, depth, love, you discover which is your own nature. So this is seeking is of the nature of discovering. Now, just a point I have to make on Antaryami. Antaryami is yesterday, I think, uh, who was there who was saying that in the mind, you are saying, I think, mind also many times I have said that is also Antaryami. Very, very roughly it is called, loosely called conscience. So, not consciousness, conscience. Remember one thing, and this will help you if you are doing Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. You cannot be happy doing any action and cannot be happy not doing any action. Because that God or Antaryami is seated in your heart. And He has a lot to say whatever you think, whatever you do. So if you do something wrong, you may justify it because you will try to cover it up. This is our nature. We have been doing things as birds together. So that Antaryami will still whisper that this was wrong. You should have not done like that. You should not have spoken like that. You should not have thought like that. You should not have woken so late. You should not have slept so late. You should not have eaten this. You should not have talked like this to him or her. You are not grateful. It's so deeply it will talk to you. If I am telling you, you become a seeker only when you are listening to that, because listening to that when you do, then only you will be fulfilled and quiet and deep and very, very satisfied. By doing this action, I am very satisfied. When you want very deep satisfaction, then only you become a seeker. When you want sensory satisfaction, then you are a worldly person. But you want very deep satisfaction. You want very long-lasting fulfillment, a guiltless mind. So when you do something like that, this Antaryami will always be very critical about you. And what will happen? Ahankar does something, or my bhogi personality does something, or my angry personality does something, or my lazy personality does something, or my procrastinating personality does something, or my maybe attached personality does something. It may be thinking only. Thinking is a very big action. But that Antaryami, when you will be quiet, that will always comment. And what will happen? That if I have been very angry person, supposing, okay, so while I was angry, I didn't hear, and I really was very angry. But after some time, that Antaryami will say, you should not be angry, you were uncontrolled. It is not possible that you get this comment from inside. You are very lazy, or you are arrogant. You are very arrogant. Or you will not talk to others because you will hide this. Or your character is not good. Or you see fault in everybody. Or you are a very non-accommodative person. Or you delay every work. You will always have such comments. So very starting point is that a very conflict will start in your mind. Second point, that will converge into guilt. And then what will happen in due time about yourself, when you will think, you will always feel I'm not that good. I didn't do many things which I should have done. I'm not very good devotee of the God. I'm not very good devotee of my Guru. My arrogance is such that cannot become a devotee. I'm not very dedicated person anywhere. I'm not a very surrendered kind of person. I know I'm not one who has a lot of love for others. So slowly, this crystallization of the guilt will, in general, you will remain sad. Because Antaryami is not happy with you. It has a lot to comment. It is because like in your room, supposing somebody is there, in your room, your son, daughter, brother, sister, and he has not listened to you for many times. Now, how much you will be happy on your younger brother who has not listened to you, or younger sister, or the son has not listened. So when the Antaryami is unhappy, the person will never be happy. Saint becomes a saint when he starts living the life of fulfillment. And he sees the difference. Well, today I completed my jap and therefore I am more satisfied. Today I did not get angry, I am more satisfied. Today I conquered this taste bud, I am more satisfied. Today I was surrendered, I am more satisfied. He compares the level when he followed the Antaryami and he didn't follow the Antaryami. And by hit and trial, you can find it out which was a fulfilled day, which was not a fulfilled day. Are you following? Therefore, those who smoke, those who drink, these people will never be very happy. How much they justify? The justifying is just, you are putting yourself, by yourself you are digging the graveyard. Because, please note one more point. When you don't follow you keep on snubbing the Antaryami, it dies after some time. And such people become criminal, hard person. They have killed their conscience. So they will not feel that I am doing anything wrong. Then sometimes you wonder, how can he do like that? In Hindi they call it, "Inka zamir mar gaya hai." How can he do like that? How can he be so brutal? How can he do to his mother? How can he be, when you see history, wars, etc., especially Second World War, so you will wonder, how can anybody be so brutal? Where is the heart gone? I mean, killing is one thing, but so brutally killing, and you cannot read or see. So, like the Indians, when Persians used to come, these Muslim invaders. So they used to kill, but they never used to kill ladies and children. Not because they were compassionate, they used to take them. And children were made slave. Ladies were put in the market. Like you have potatoes. And as cheap as 2 dinars they were sold. And they are crying, they are nothing doing. And one person is standing with the whip and beating if somebody is. And they had to taken from here to Afghanistan. So they were chained. Like the animals are chained. Sometimes stripped and put in the market. So when you hear these things, you see how can somebody be so cruel and brutal. If you see somebody crying, you feel, how can he be? But they have killed there. And then, somebody will say, you talk about Antaryami, what about their Antaryami? I say they have killed their Antaryami. They have already, either past birth, this birth, they have already killed. It has become numb. Some organ becomes numb. It is like that. If you keep on doing wrong action continuously, so first thing will be, you will be naturally sad. You will not be a very happy person. You have a lot to be guilty about. Second thing, it will be so hard that you will never feel that I am wrong. Imagine that. Imagine that. And then, third person, he says, where is God now? Then he says, where is God? This girl has been deprived of her child or of her husband. And no father, mother, totally stranger, Rakshas-like people are there. They are like demon. Why God is not protecting them? You will think. Understand? No? So then I say their antaryami has been killed. So never do anything for a long time. Wrong. And therefore repentance is there. And therefore I use the word sensitize. Those who had polio. Polio is, now it is not there, polio. But they were given shocks. The feet was given shocks, electric shocks, so that it can revive itself. And therefore punishment was mentioned. Punishment or repentance. When you choose your punishment, that is repentance. When you are forced by the system, it is punishment. When pain happens, then you wonder, I must have done something wrong. What wrong I did? When you start getting pains, then you understand, I must have done something wrong to get this situation. Then Antaryami smiles. See? Good. Are you following everything? Dhruv, who propitiated God because he was taken out from the lap of his father. So he did austerity and he did the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. When Bhagavan Vishnu came, Bhagavan Vishnu gave the boon that nobody can be equal to you. You will get such exalted position. And Bhagavan Vishnu went away. When Bhagavan Vishnu went away, he hit his head and he cried a lot. Why? He said, even after getting Bhagavan, I didn't ask for moksha. I didn't ask for devotion. I asked for worldliness. And Bhagavan also didn't get him. How wretched I am that just because my stepmother said something harsh, I became so egoistic and so sentimental. Sati, Mother Sati, after, she lied to Lord Shiva, if you remember, twice, thrice. And when Shivji left her as a wife, she burned for thousands of years. So if somebody says, I'm very satisfied with my job, I said, that means you are not doing good job. There is always a better category. I am satisfied with my schedule. That means you have not thought. There is better was possible. That means you are not listening to Antaryami. And Bharatji says, Hot na paritosh ji ke. When he was asked to take the kingdom, he said, I am not getting fulfillment and satisfaction from it. Maja nahi aaya isme. There is a difference between sansari and a saint. Sansari person is wallowing in the dirt of the world, ahankar, mamta, attachment, laziness, and he is fine there, like a worm. The seeker is not satisfied. Every reaction that he does, he puts under his scanner. Every thought, every anger. So he puts under microscope. And he will not spare himself. When you don't spare yourself, then you become a very good seeker. Then you rise very high in your life. I hope these 4 points of Antaryami you have understood. One was Karmphal. Second was Huh? Holding the dharma. Third was tremendous activity going in the whole world, because karta will be different than the object on which it is. Don't think that this flower wilts by itself. Well, earth is moving by itself. This is a contradictory statement. Body is got old by itself. Because you don't see doesn't mean it's by itself. Sun is glowing by itself. Food is digesting by itself. Kidney is filtering by itself. Gallbladder is functioning by itself. मारेंगे तुम्हारा तुम बाई बाई हो जाओगे. By chance, by luck. And last thing which I said was antaryami at a mind level. That is the way through which you can do karma yoga, because karma yoga you cannot do unless you keep on gauging what is the Ishwar's happiness here. When Bhagavan says all the actions you do for me, but how do I know you are happy or not? I'm inside you to talk to you. Your emotions was not good here. Your intention was not very good here. Your speech was not very good here. Or this was good here. Your schedule was good here. Today your jap was not good. Today your puja was good. Today your attitude was not very healthy towards that person. Well, this way whole day I'll be listening bad only, Swamiji. This way I can never be happy. So better you don't be happy. Being happy after doing wrong is a sign of demon nature. Sharam kaise? How can you be happy after doing wrong? Sharam nahi aayi tumhe? Are you not ashamed? How did the food go through your throat? How can you think like, how can you do like that? Why did you have breakfast? Why did you have lunch? When you hurt your own self, how can you be like that? I'll tell you one thing. Bharatji is coming to my mind. I'll not tell the whole thing, just I'm telling you. He is one character from whom you can learn how to be humble and how to be deen. His guru asked him, Bharat, tell me what should we do? I'm giving a very gross example. Bharatji started crying. He said, I was unfortunate. But I never thought I was so unfortunate. Well, what happened? Well, you have been the guru of Raghu, Dilip. You have experience of thousands of years. He is saying, you have experienced of thousands of years, not 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I am not like a baby in front of you. My age is hardly 25. I mean, somebody who is thousands of years old asking to someone who is 25 years old, what should we do? That means you are not confirmed that I will obey what you are saying. You already know what is right. देखो कितना उनको सेंसिटिविटी थी. He said, you say, I will not say. Yeah, any senior person who has gone through a situation, he will know better what was a better response possible, rather than a person who has not gone through. A medical doctor who has been in profession for 40 years, and the novice who has just passed his internship and he is coming, he will not know. That doctor has seen many patients, and his judgment about that will be much more finer and better than the novice. I hope you are understanding. So this was the level of their tuning, constant tuning. Ab theek hai, ab. Like, voice you tune. Well, now, more. Then you go again inside. Again you do something. Now it is little better. Little better, not totally better. It is too high. Okay, I'll make it less. Now it is better. Not best. Okay, ठीक है, चल जाएगा. After the class you can see. Well, who will be there to talk then? How will I see unless somebody talks? Unless somebody talks, how will I know? And some are so that any sound is there, nothing happens to them. It is loud, very low. Nothing happens to them. They are sitting. Sometimes I see the mic person in various places. He is sitting. It is whistling, but still is smiling. As it is whistling to me. I say it is whistling. Lower it. Lower the bass. लेकिन जो ट्यून करने वाले, those who are very good, they will keep on seeing my face while tuning. Their one hand is on the knob and their eyes are on me. They don't have to come out. From there you can see. Here. I will say, again they will start. They will sit. It takes 40, 30, 20 minutes to tune sometimes. Similarly, you have to tune your, now how was I feeling? Better but not best. अच्छा ही लग रहा है आज. I did not do the right things. Okay, I'll do now. Let me chant Sundarkand. Let me chant Vishnu. How are you feeling now? No, I'm feeling better. Much better. That means if you don't do like this, you are feeling. So this is the Antaryami's role. I hope sufficient thoughts I have given. Now ball is in your court. You do or you don't do. You tune or you don't tune. It is your life. It is your future. It is your rebirth. It is your sorrows and joy. You have to handle it. My job is over. Now, in 164th verse, I had taken 164th or touched. I had touched. Well, I don't know what is there. I brought Bhagavad Gita. So, one 64th verse says, Buddhau Tishtan Antarovasya. He tells 5 things about Antaryami. Point number 1, it is inside the intellect. Point number 2, Antaro Asyaha. It is the innermost core of the intellect, essential nature of anything. Point number 3, Dhyaniksh. Intellect cannot objectify it. Point number 4, Dhivapuhu. Intellect it is clothed by intellect. The body of the Antaryami is as if the intellect is there. And point number 5, Dhyam Antaryamayati. Dhyan Antaryamayati. It is prompting the intellect. Prompting. Who says all these things? Evam Vedena Ghoshitam. This is said in Brihadaranyaka. I told you, Antaryami section is there. Antaryami Brahman it is called. This chapter 3.7 section. I hope you are understanding. So, Dhivapu means medium of operation. So 5 points about Antaryami. One was it is inside intellect. Second is it is the innermost essential nature. Third is intellect cannot objectify. Fourth is Antaryami expresses through the medium of intellect. And fifth is, it controls the intellect. Intellect means anything else. It can be inert thing also. Now let us see. Now he'll explain all five one by one. Okay? And please note, all these three is at the Adidavik level, Adibhautik and Adhyatmik level. When I say Adhyatmik, understand Adhyatmik means Vasana. Atmanam adhikritya, anything related to when it comes to individual, like Agyan, Vasana, Buddhi, Man, Pran, Indriye, body. All these are called Adhyatmik. Adhidavik means one who controls, one who is the Devata, controller of this. And Adibhautik means the elemental world that we see. Is it clear? So now each feature will be elaborated. See how beautifully he puts this point. So 165th verse, let us see. Tantuf pate stito yadvat upadanataya tatha sarvopadana rupatvat sarvatrayam avasthitah. See, pate. Pate means cloth. And tantu means the thread. As the thread pervades the cloth. So, cloth is the upadan or the material cause of the, thread is the material cause of the cloth. So, are you understanding? Thread is the material cause of the cloth. Cloth is made in a factory. But thread is not, thread is this, thread is there. Thread is different. And cloth is different. Cloth is full made. I have gone through. The factories will make the cloth. So lot of threads are there, they are put in a machine and the nice cloth comes out. India there is called Mafatlal. So they called me for a talk. So then after the talk they said, would you like to see the factory? I said, I'm not very interested, but if you want, I can see. Show me in short. So then very interesting to see that. So how the simple cotton, from cotton comes the thread, fiber, then slowly it goes in the machine, then how it goes. Now everything has become much more fast and much more, technical. So very less of physical human work is there. It is all going from machine, then how it gets colored, how designs come into that. So it's very, very interesting to see that. So, tantu pate sthito yadvat upadanataya. Don't forget what is going on. Well, what is going on? What's going on in this world? What is going on? Durga Sapshati? No. Panchadashi class is going on. Oh, chapter 6. Chapter 6. Chitradeep Prakaran. Acha. Oh. And in that Ishwar topic is going on. Ishwar topic. Oh. Good. Please continue. I'll catch someday. So, tantu pate stito yadvat upadanataya tatha sarvopadana rupatvat. So the antaryami is the material cause of everything. And because it is a material cause, therefore the cause pervades the effect. So all the world antaryami should pervade. Water, mountain, sun, your body, your mind, planets, everything, this should pervade. This is the first portion. First point was that antaryami is inside intellect. So he is telling about inside means what. Second portion was Antaryami is innermost. Now second portion is mentioned in 166th verse. I hope you are following. If you are not following, please listen to again. But it is simple, nothing is so difficult. Let us see. Patadapyantarastantuh tantorapyanshurantaraha antaratvasya vishrantihi yatra savanumiyatam. He is going ahead with the same example. He says that the subtler than the cloth is the thread. Patad api antarah tantuh. Tantu means thread. Tantuh api. And subtler than the thread is the cloth. Fiber. So, anshu means the fiber. Antaratvasya vishranti. And you can keep on going like that. Ab I will say subtler than the fiber is the earth element, from where it became, that seed which was there. So subtler than the seed is the earth. Subtler than the earth is the water. Subtler than the water is the fire. Subtler than the fire is the air. Subtler than the air is the space. Subtler than the space is the mind. Subtler than the mind is the Antaryami, Atma. So if you keep on going to subtler and subtler, ultimately you will go to that. Ultimately you will reach the Atma actually. That is called Vishranti, where there is a causeless cause. That cause which does not have a cause. This is called innermost core. Here Vishranti means culmination of all cause is in the causeless. If I say, cloth, so cause is the fiber. If I say fiber, the cause is the cotton. If I say cotton, I will say the cause is the plant. I say plant, I say cause is the seed. Seed was put in the earth, the cause is the earth. Water. Space, the cause is the mind. Mind, cause is the Antaryami or the Atma. So that is called innermost core, which cannot be further divided, further seen as something else is the cause of that. Oh. Why? Because that is not in time. And therefore, it can't have a cause. Something is in time and space, then only you can call about its cause. This was the second point about 5 points we are discussing. This is second point about Antaryami. Okay. Is it clear? Now, he is telling about the third point. We will see the 167th verse. What is 167th verse? Let us see that. Dvitrayantarattvakakshanam darshane pyayamantaraha na vikshate tato yukti Shrutibhyameva nirnayah. Shrutibhyameva nirnayah. He is saying Dvitayantaratva kakshanam. Darshane api ayam antara na vikshyate. This is one sentence. He said, you see, few degrees are there. 1, 2, 3 degrees. And after seeing that, the innermost is not seen. Didn't get my point. You see body layer. You see mind layer. You see intellect layer. But after intellect, you don't see any, you cannot physically see Antaryami. Then you use the word inference, that inference is there. That there has to be Antaryami. Please be careful what I am talking. Inference means the same thing, that doer done will be different. Or you infer, this thought came in my mind at that time. At that time, this thought had come. When I came in 2006 here. So, Dulamma was there. And hardly any person was there. So I used to come out sometime for a walk. Where there is a temple, there is a car park area was there. Lot of snails in the, what is it called, rainy season. And there was one peepal tree was there. Peepal tree. And this temple was their old temple. So I used to say, Amma, one day we will have temple here. In the central we will have temple. And there was a Gayatri Havan area was there at the bottom. I said we will have one residential facility here. Well, but how will that happen? We don't have money. Hardly 20,000-25,000 was there in the kit that time. Barely to run the monthly expenses. I said, how will it happen? I don't know. But that will happen. So after some time when things started happening, Antaryami became active. And then I knew that who was prompting from inside. Who was the one who was prompting? So you infer after work is done and after many things happen. We didn't have any architect. So in 2009-10, I said, who will be the architect then? And Manna Bhai said, I know the architect. I said, which architect? He said, there's one architect is there. And then Rish came for the first. Remember Manna Bhai? We had a meeting in the boardroom then. After effect you see bigger, then you understand where it was coming from. And similarly it happened with Annapurna, where you are all the witness. Said we will feed somewhere. That thought comes. When something comes in somebody's mind, and after that things start taking shape and from unknown sources things come, then you can see that was prompted by somebody. When something gives joy, something happens without much effort, and something has a long-lasting impact, then you understand something had prompted. Like somebody prompted Gurudev to start Chinmaya mission. He was in Madras, Chennai, Madras, it was called Madras earlier. So it was in 1953, I think. So when the young got over, somebody said, let us, Gurudev said, we will have organization. And because I had studied from Swami Shivanand Maharaj, so we'll call it Divine Mission. So what Gurudev gave the name was Divine Mission. Because of the divine life it was there. So somebody said, among the members of the committee, then why not make it Chinmaya mission? He said, but why should I name it after me? I should not name the organization after me, after my name. And then that person taught Vedanta Gurudev. He said, see, Chinmaya means full of consciousness, Chinmaya. So I think this Chinmaya word will be hit. So such a big effect came of that particular cause. This is called inference. You infer. I'm giving a bigger example. Your example, somebody prompted you come in the class. First time. At times it must have done, let me leave, I'm disturbed. You left and again came back. Or you didn't leave, whatever is the case. Welcome back. No, I didn't go. I thought I will not come at all. They fight with. That was the inference. Or today you don't do your job. Let's come today and now. Or you don't get up in the morning. You will infer that somebody's inside is breaking. I hope you are understanding. I can't see it behind the intellect. I cannot objectify it. Third point. But na vikshate tataha, then how do I know? By yukti and shruti. By my experience, by logic, or by the scripture. Yukti shrutibhyam eva nirnaya. I see one level. What I see? I see the body level. Body level. Then I see modification in the body is going on. Kidney. At the most I can see kidney, I can see liver, I can see. But who is prompting? That is hidden portion. Who is prompting the kidney and stomach to function? That is hidden portion. Because same antaryami in kidney is different, heart is different, lung is different. It is acting different actions are doing. Somewhere it is pumping, somewhere it is filtering, somewhere it is digesting, somewhere it is secreting, somebody it is giving pancreas, what is it called? Insulin it is secreting, somewhere it is secreting biles. So you infer, you have only 1-2 level of seeing. Similarly, you see the earth. You see the earth, but I don't see somebody is moving. But earth is external thing. There is somebody else required to move it. Whether there is a law of gravitation or centrifugal law is there, who is maintaining their centrifugal laws? I see gravitation. Chalo bhai, why this flower has fell down? Because of gravitation. So gravitational force has been held by something. That is antaryami there. There is a law that the gravitation force is there. Because it is held, therefore there has to be holder. I can't see that holder. I can at the most go to the gravitational law. At the most. So everywhere when you see only 2-3 levels are seen, after that I can infer because it is going on very well. So there has to be some actor who is acting through the acted upon. Okay. This says, Shruti means Bradaranyak. Yukti means my experience. 3 points we have seen. So it is not objectifiable. But it is inferred or it is known by the scripts. Tomorrow we will see Dhivapuhu, who is acting through a medium. We will see more in our tomorrow's class. Please write, collect all the thoughts. पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।